everyone, it's Lucy here and Kelly, and welcome to another episode of Life is Sweet, Book Club Edition. Yay! So let's start with what we are currently reading. Okay, well I'm just about to dive in to Carol Thomas and Crazy Over You, which is about a woman who, after 15 years of what she thought was like a perfect marriage, she's got kids, she finds out her husband's cheating on her. So I'm interested to delve into it because there are always stories about you just hope and pray that the people can get through it. You're interested to see what they do to get through it, and what kind of comes into a life, you know, friendships, love, the happy, positive side, I guess, that comes from it, and sometimes finding out who you are and there's more like a light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm hoping that's the case. I know it's obviously going to probably be very emotional and heartbreaking at the same time, but yes, I'm very much looking forward to reading it, and yes, I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, I am currently reading a book by Debbie Ricks. It's a new one that's just come out by Book Couture, and it's called Daughters of the Silk Road. Now, I will say it took me a little while to get into it because it starts in 2015 and then goes back to the 1400s, and it's about a Ming vase that is passed down through generation to generation to generation, and I'm currently at the stage where we're trying to figure out if it actually holds magical powers, because it's supposed to be a good luck charm in the family, and it was also in Venice. It has a lot about Venice and how porcelain is made and all this kind of stuff. And one thing I will say about it is this is the first Debbie Ricks book that I've actually read, and the detail and the attention to like history and everything like that is quite amazing. So at first it was a lot to take in because I'm reading all these dates, I'm reading all these facts and all, you know, everything like that, but it all of a sudden gripped me, and now I'm just like, oh my goodness, what are the secrets, what happens, where does it go, what happens in 2015? So it's very, very interesting. So you'll definitely see a review on the blog soon. Now on to books that we have read and that you must read. Okay, so I haven't been reading that much. Like lately Kelly's been whizzing through books, and I have just been a little bit behind because I've been spending a lot of time writing. But the last book I picked up that I urge you to read, and some of you probably have because I think I'm a bit late to the party, is Sarah Morgan, and it's Christmas Ever After. Instead of a Christmas tree and lovely snow falling outside the window while I enjoyed this book, I was sat on a beach in Florida with the sun shining. But no, that didn't take anything away from it. I was dreaming of snow, I was dreaming of Christmas. If I have to say again, absolutely adored it. Like, you know, it was one of those ones where as soon as you start reading, you just fall in love with the author, and it's like,
that's a good one.
It's one of those moments we've talked about before when you just connect with the author and it's like the book's just giving you a hug. And this is about a jewelry designer, Skylar, who, if you haven't read the book review, I will leave it linked below. I just go on and on and on about how awesome she is. This was just a woman that I just felt so inspired by, and like she was my best friend throughout the book. Like I just loved her personality. She was cute, she was gorgeous, but she was tough, and she wasn't kind of like that dainty, but she had that daintiness about her, but she was also tough. And she basically goes through a horrible relationship, you know, gets proposed to in the most horrible way, and all this stuff happens to her, and she ends up spending time with her friend Alec, who isn't necessarily a friend, he's more of an acquaintance that hangs around with her friends, but being forced to spend time together, well, you know how it goes. They get to know each other and learn about each other, and it was just beautiful. And I loved him too because he had very much that, okay, yes, hero and gorgeous man kind of thing about him, but he had this also really, really sweet way of looking after her, but in a very manly way of, you know, this is what he was going to do, not because he had to, you know, he wants to, but it was, you have to read it because it's just so endearing.
It's making me want to read it.
Yes, so I just loved it. I really, really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to read more from Sarah Morgan. Okay, my turn, and I'm holding up my Kindle. Sorry for the note, I'll put insert front covers, but like I'm holding up my Kindle because everything I've been reading lately has been on my Kindle. But speaking of authors that you just go, oh my goodness, I love them. I read 3 UK Karina books in the past month. I read all first time authors. I read Jennifer Joyce, The Wedding Date. I read Fiona Collins, A Year of Being Single, and Portia McIntosh, Truth or Date. They are all reviewed on our blog, and oh my goodness, like I absolutely loved all 3 books, and all for like very different reasons, but then all for like one big reason of the fact that they all made me laugh. Like Jennifer Joyce, The Wedding Date, Delilah, oh my goodness, Delilah was just hilarious to me. Like the minute I picked up that book, I was like, this girl is like my new best friend, like Lucy said, in those books that you just go, she's speaking to me, and it was written in first person, so I felt like super close to her, and she just made me laugh. Like, her story, the fact that she worked in a biscuit factory and I wanted to try all the biscuits, and it was just funny. And then, so that definite must read. And then Truth or Date by Portia McIntosh. Again, Ruby Wood just had me in stitches, like completely different from like Delilah, but it's also the funny girl who you just want to be best friends with, but they were both completely different characters that I just fell in love with for so many different reasons. Like, I feel like Ruby was a bit more edgy and a bit more like carefree and not like bothered about certain things. She lives in a flat with her boring, kind of annoying doctor flatmate, and she goes on Matcha all the time, and she's just swiping and like going out with guys, and she always has these terrible dates. And then she realizes something about her flatmate, she has a dream about him, and then obviously they're just trouble. It's fun, everything, it's just funny, like it is just hilarious. And then she has her best friend Millsy, who she works in a coffee shop with, and together they're just, but they as well, they are the epitome of best friends, and it just made you smile because it's guy and girl, but they're just best friends. So yes, definitely pick up Truth or Date. And then recently, Fiona Collins, A Year of Being Single. Frankie, Imogen and Grace all have different lives, but they're best friends, and they're all going through basically trouble with men. Like, men are just like, they don't like men, so they swear off men for a year. Now, this book made me happy because it was completely different to what I thought, and I don't want to give too much away because I thought it was going to be like that, A Year of Being Single, girl power, and then immediately it kind of takes a different twist, but a funny twist, but also not a, oh, we have to rely on men twist. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but it was
because that's like my
Lucy needs to read that
kind
one.
of read a few more books.
It's funny, it's heartwarming, it's a wonderful story, and yes, so I highly recommend Fiona Collins, Jennifer Joyce and Portia McIntosh. I also read, Lucy needs to read this one and catch up, of Holly Martin, Summer at Rose Island.
I'm just very far behind,
yes,
as
she
you
is,
can see right
but
now.
Holly Martin, you know, we talk about a lot.
We adore her,
and again, another wonderful story, another author that just wraps you in a warm hug and you go, I'm going into Holly Martin world. So yes, Summer at Rose Island, definitely pick it up. Now on to books that we are looking forward to.
Yay.
So next up on my list is sticking with Sarah Morgan because, like I said, I absolutely fell in love with her. So I am about to read Sarah Morgan's Midnight at Tiffany's, and look how pretty the cover is, if you can see it. Ah! Isn't it gorgeous? So I'm super excited about reading that. She has like a series that I think will be dotted about like coming up this year. So I'm just sat there going, okay, I need to read this, then this, then this, and I'm really excited about it. And then, which forgive me Lindsay Kelk, because I am not exactly sure, I am not exactly sure when it's coming out or when it's due out, because I know I've seen her tweet and talk about the fact that she has been editing recently. But I can't wait for We Were on a Break by Lindsay Kelk, because, ready for it, I absolutely love it. We're gonna have to play like a game for every time me and Kelly say absolutely. But she is one of my absolute favourites. So We Were on a Break, I can't wait to read that. Just can't wait to see what comes out of Lindsay Kelk's mind and fantastic brain.
Her British.
So yes, I can't wait to delve into all Sarah Morgan's books, and I am definitely looking forward to We Were on a Break by Lindsay Kelk. I have 2 UK Karina books that I am super excited for. One is a few months down the line, and I'm going to start with this one because I know Lucy's going to go, oh my goodness, I absolutely adore that word again. But Rebecca Raisin, how can we do a book club without mentioning Rebecca Raisin? Because what do, Lucy? We absolutely adore her. And her next book, book 2, The Little Antique Shop Under the Eiffel Tower, is out in July, I want to say. And yes, there's not much else we can say because it's Rebecca Raisin and we love her and we just get so excited for all her books and all the wonderful...
And if before that comes out, every single person who hasn't read it has to go and read The Little Bookshop on the Seine, because that book is probably one of my all-time favourites.
Yes.
We've reviewed it, so again, check out the Books Is Always in Style page. And we've talked about it on here, which we can link below.
We'll link all these
because you have to read that book before this one comes out.
And also it had a wonderful Christmassy front cover, and now it's got a spring front cover. So if anything, go and look at the front covers because they are absolutely, oh my goodness, they are so cute. And again, we'll say it over and over again.
Comment below is your task.
Comment below.
Go.
Comment below how many times we actually use it. But no, again, the UK Karina cover people, the artists are just amazing. Because moving on from that one, segue. The other book I am super looking forward to is Jenny Oliver, The Sunshine and Biscotti Club. And recently they had a cover reveal for that, and it had lemons and it had a bike, and it was just so summery, and it's about Italy.
Has biscotti in the title.
Biscotti and sunshine. What more could you want? And I love Jenny Oliver. I read her Cherry Pie Island series, and they're one of my favourite series. And yeah, I'm just super excited for that, which is out about May 19th, I believe.
Now it's your turn, guys. Please be sure to comment below about your favourite books, authors you're loving, and anything you may think we might like. And until next time, keep smiling, keep reading, and always dream big. Bye, guys.